Welcome back to the Sports Den Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker, with Justin and Gabe. We're back for the NFL segment. So, for the NFL, what have you seen so far these last 2 weeks?
The last 2 weeks, I've seen... You're not ready for this agenda I'm about to push on your show, right?
Push it.
Tua is better than Burrow and Herbert, and I tried to tell people, and they didn't want to listen. Everyone gave every excuse. Everyone right now is giving every excuse in the world for why Herbert and Burrow aren't playing. Oh, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. He doesn't have Jamar Chase. Blah, 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 blah. Tua had a million obstacles in his way when he got to Miami, and he didn't get any of these excuses. No one wanted to listen to it. He was a bust immediately. No one gave him a chance. Absolutely no one gave him a chance. These past 3 games, 3 touchdowns in every single one of them, not a single interception. Since Tua has started on Miami, they are 7-0 in the games that he has not played or hasn't finished because he got injured. They are 0-3. And everyone wants to say it's Tyreek and Waddle. It's Tyreek and Waddle. Yesterday, 5 different receivers caught at least 4 passes. 3 of them caught touchdowns, and only 1 was Tyreek. Like, I want to hear people's excuses now. He's throwing almost 70%. He has literally like 3 picks. I have to go look at his stats right now. He doesn't have more than 5 picks this season. Like, and everyone wants to give excuse. Tua came into a team with playoff expectations already because they had made it the year before with the defense and the special teams that they had. They had slid into the playoffs somehow, so he had the pressure of coming into a team that had playoff expectations. Herbert and Burrow did not. He came into a team that had Ryan Fitzpatrick, a team that wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick to start, and Brian Flores admitted to not wanting Tua. He literally admitted that he did not want to draft Tua, and it was forced on him due to the owners. He came out and said that. Burrow and Herbert were not in a situation where their coaches literally didn't want them and weren't going to bench them for anything happening slightly wrong. They got to go out play pressure-free. They didn't have a playoff year before. Just be better than the last guy. Be better than Andy Dalton and Tyrod Taylor. Tua had to go out there and perform against Ryan Fitzpatrick, who we know will have those random games where he plays good and everything like that. Coming off of a hip injury that literally ended one of the greatest athletes' career in Bo Jackson. And then on top of that, he's trying to learn the NFL, and then the coaches don't want him there and all these other stuff. Joe Burrow's missing 1 receiver, and he's getting all the excuses in the world. Justin Herbert is missing Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, who every Chargers fan complained about anyway, that they didn't like him. And Joe Burrow still, you can argue, has 2 number 1 receivers on his roster in Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins.
No, he does.
I don't want to hear the excuses. Because when they were given to Tua and everyone tried to explain the situation he was in, didn't matter. He was a bust.
No. I mean, the agenda that you were pushing, it's not crazy to say. Overall this year, nah. Tua has showed up. And it's coming to a point where, Tua has to come up in MVP conversations.
I think he's 3rd in odds. I think he jumped Josh Allen.
He has to be. They're above Josh Allen in the division.
Yeah, they're the division leaders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
It's just I don't know. But what I learned is Justin Jefferson is the defiant number 1 receiver. What he did against Buffalo cannot be like Buffalo knows the ball is going to him on 4th and 18, and the defender wants to catch a pick instead of knock the ball down. Rule number 1: knock the ball down. Me as a Georgia fan has PTSD because of that, but you get taught that as a corner, just knock the ball down. And Justin Jefferson somehow, someway pulls it out for a man who has 2 hands on the football.
That was one of the craziest catches I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was a fun catch.
And Kirk Cousins, wow. You were he was choking the game away at first. He kept throwing it. He kept throwing middle. It was stop throwing middle. And he adjusted.
Justin Jefferson.
He adjusted, but the addition of TJ Hawkinson is paying his dividends. And I think Tyreek and Jalen Waddle is the best duo in the league.
I can agree with that. I think Tyreek is going to beat that 2,000 record. He's going to beat Megatron's record.
Oh no, easily. I ain't gonna lie. I think he is because it's because the way Megatron set up, Megatron went deep for the pass. Tyreek can take a 3-yard screen and take it for 70.
Gone. Like
that.
So.
That's the difference. That's the only difference between those two. Other than that, it's just like it's so crazy. And then Jalen Waddle, like you can't put Jalen Waddle 1-on-1 because Jalen Waddle's gonna eat everyone's corner. And also the young cornerbacks in this league are really, really top 10.
Sauce, Tariq Woolen, Derek Stingley. You could even put Patrick Surtain. He's a young corner still.
No, Patrick Surtain top 3 to me.
Yes, bro. Tre'Davious
no,
White.
He's the definition of a locker corner.
Like, but yeah, no cap, bro. Like these guys, they came in strong for sure this year, for sure.
Yeah, and what else? Justin Fields, help him, Chicago. I'm tired of y'all giving him like little bits and pieces. No, go spend money this offseason. Go draft the O-line.
Yep.
Go do something to help Justin Fields. Because the way Justin Fields has looked the past 4 weeks, he has looked like a great quarterback who can sustain success in this league if you just get him a little bit of help.
Yep.
That's
Chase
it.
Claypool does not count.
No.
Just give him a little bit of help. Just a little bit. That's what I've learned.
I think Justin Jefferson, crazy. One of the biggest things I learned, the Falcons should have taken Justin Fields over Kyle Pitts.
Thank you.
Because, and at the time I wasn't a fan of it, but with the way Arthur Smith is running this offense and how he wants to run his offense, Justin Fields is it perfectly. Exactly. The way Justin Fields runs the ball, I mean, he would, and I don't think Justin Fields is a great quarterback by any means, but he's definitely good, and he is great for the offense that the Falcons are running right now. Imagine if you're I'm a Falcons fan, right? You know how much more excited I would be with who I think are at least similar players right now, Fields and Mariota. One who is getting better and one who is not. Fields is getting better. Fields has potential. Mariota, he's for one, he's old. For two, he's had his chance. I mean, he is who he is, right? And he's not horrible. He's a good backup. But if you have Fields who could be in this offense and keep developing over the next 2 years while the Falcons build the team up a little more, I think the Falcons could really contend, especially with who knows what's going on with the Saints. Panthers are full rebuild. Who knows what's going to happen with the Bucs after Brady. I mean, the Falcons have that division is wide open over the next couple years. So if they had taken Fields, they would be for the future set up the best in that division. And I like Kyle Pitts. I mean, I think it's unfortunate the way his season's going, but I like him. But it should have been Justin Fields in hindsight.
Fields.
Yeah,
I agree strongly. I might have said this on my podcast. I can't remember. Maybe I said it on this one, but they should have. Yeah, they should have. Fields could have sat 1-2 years behind Matt Ryan. Never had to hear the talk about whether or not he was good enough, and started in his third, fourth year, really third year, maybe even second, and been straight and been what he is right now with Arthur Smith. But I think Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith were too busy trying to prove a point that the Falcons weren't tanking. We're not tanking. So they go out and they get a receiver like they always do. They always want to get an offensive weapon. So, and then now Arthur Smith doesn't even use them. So,
yeah. And I think it's going back to the Tua thing. I still think Herbert has had a better season than his stats are. Tua's definitely had a by far better season. I mean, Tua's top 3, top 4 in MVP race for me. But I think you have to take into account what Herbert's done his first 2 years. Burrow was, I don't want to say caught lightning in a bottle, but sort of. I'd probably put Herbert and Tua on the same level, and then Burrow a step below them. But I just think Herbert has all the talent in the world, but Tua definitely came into a harder situation. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good class of young QBs though, definitely. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Buffalo. How do you guys mess up a quarterback sneak with 30 seconds left?
I will say this about Buffalo. Josh Allen these last few weeks has been a big reason for them folding. I think he leads the league in interceptions, I'm pretty sure, with 10 or something like that. Like now, he's the reason why they win. He's the reason why they lose. Like he is almost a majority of their team, honestly. And their defense hasn't been playing as great the past few weeks either. So I think that's just been some of their issues. Their defense, I think that will get figured out. They really need guys like Tre'Davious White to be back on that field. But overall, because I think if him against Justin Jefferson, that would have been a great game. I don't know if he would have caught a one-handed ball like that on Tre'Davious White. But I do think that the Bills, Josh Allen has to figure it out, and that defense has to figure it out, first of all.
Yeah. What do you guys think Odell Beckham Jr. is going?
At this point, I don't know if he's going anywhere. Like, I'm tempted to say he's not going to get signed. Like, I feel like we just keep talking about this all the time and nonstop on ESPN, SportsCenter, all this stuff. And, like, he has not said anything. All you hear is other teams just saying, like, we're interested, they're interested. Like, I at this point, I don't know if he's, like, signing anywhere. Like, I'm really tempted to say nowhere. If I have to choose a team, the Cowboys, I think they sound like they really, really want him. I've heard people talking about the Giants. I don't think he wants to he likes New York, but I'm not sure he wants to risk having that experience again. He literally came out with one of my favorite quotes ever. I'm not having fun anymore. but he's, I don't think he's going back there. So I think it's either Cowboys or maybe just back to the Rams, honestly.
He could go to the 49ers. Ayuk
could look good. They sleep. They're so sleep. Ayuk has look good. They're so sleep. He's honestly like, well, let's look at his stats, bro. Is he better than Debo this season?
I mean, I think the top option should be the Cowboys. I wouldn't be surprised if just for some reason the Chiefs signed him, because they seem to just sign like a bunch of random receivers and trade for him. I mean, so I wouldn't be surprised if he went there. It's Cowboys.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either. That's the thing. So I say my top 3 teams for him is the Giants, Cowboys, and Chiefs.
In order? In that order?
Yeah.
I'll say Cowboys. I still think the Rams are going to try to sign him, especially now. Cooper Kupp just got hurt. They don't know how many weeks he's going to be out. I say Cowboys, Rams,
Cooper might play this week.
Yeah, it sounded like he avoided anything bad.
Yeah.
But still, it's going to be some team who is. I don't think it'll be the Giants, because I don't think they're trying to fully. I don't think, for one, I don't know if he necessarily wants to go back there again, but I also don't think the Giants are really trying to take that leap to actually go sell out and contend. I think it's going to be a team who either needs to kind of go for it, or they're in position. I mean, like the Chiefs. I mean, they're going to be up there in the AFC. They could do it. The 49ers, it feels like they want to get back again with trading for McCaffrey and everything. The Cowboys, the Cowboys are always going to try to make it.
Yeah. Especially with Dak messing up recently.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe, though, that he wants a good bit of money, because I think he would have already been signed if not.
Yeah, when the season started, I did not think it was going to last this long. So I'm kind of with you. I'll be interested to see if he actually does go anywhere, right? Because, they're going to want to have him get some games in before the playoffs and see what they have. You can't wait too long. So
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if he does sign, what he signs for.
What if he goes to the Bears? I would love that.
I think if that was that, we would just stay in some like music videos with Drake or something.
Nah. Who's your top 3 for MVPs? For MVP?
Mahomes, Hurts, and then I'll just say Tua and Josh. I think Tua's at the upper hand right now, but Josh Allen and Tua are tied, if you ask me, and then Mahomes and Hurts.
Roll Tide. 2 Bama quarterbacks.
Jalen Hurts, Oklahoma. Stop with this.
Majority of his career was at Alabama. Jalen
Hurts would have stayed at Alabama.
Won a national championship with
Joe
Alabama.
Burrow spent more time at Ohio State than LSU, if that's what we're doing.
But he wasn't ever anything at Ohio State. He literally didn't even play. Not a single snap.
But it doesn't matter.
That's
different. More time. Where? Ohio State.
When they drafted him, whatever team or school popped up at the bottom, that's who should get claimed.
Y'all just say because
honestly, if we're being honest, neither Oklahoma nor Alabama. I mean, obviously they get to claim him, but neither of them should really claim him. He's done all of his passing development once he reached the NFL. So the Eagles really get that claim, in my opinion, for his passing development.
No, don't start. Don't start. I don't want to hear.
He started developing. I seem to remember a certain SEC championship where he threw a good bit and he beat a team. But I don't know.
He threw it 6 times.
But he had gotten better. He wouldn't have done that. But
you say
Dan Enos started his development at Alabama when we got that quarterback coach. That is the reason why we've had right after Hurts, Tua, Mac, and now Bryce Young, Danny Enos. I will give him y'all sleep. He was definitely a quarterback whisperer back there. But he got even better when he went to Oklahoma, and he got even better when he got to the Eagles, and even better now in this season. Like, he just progresses, and I have to give just Hurts credit himself. Like, he beats the odds every time. Like, he's going to do that. Yeah. My top 3, I got to give it to Hurts. That team's undefeated. Like, I do think Sirianni deserves a ton of credit. I do think that Sirianni is coach of the year, like, unquestionably right now. But I have to give credit to Hurts and what he's been able to do. Mahomes, number 2. The only reason he's really number 2, I guess, if you look at stats, he's he's beyond Hurts. But the only reason he's number 2 is because he's done this before. He's won it before. Like, cool. Like, give it to somebody else. Number 3, Tua. I just gave y'all all the reasons why. 7-0. Tua is undefeated. The Miami Dolphins are not. Tua is undefeated. So. And we see what he is on that field. Surgical. Drew Brees-like.
Okay. My top 3. Hurts, Mahomes, Tua. Tua can honestly win it if he just stays consistent. But I think the Eagles have the chance to go undefeated throughout regular season. But they probably won't, because they'll rest their players after they clinch their division title or something of that nature.
I think Tua will be a big help. If Tyreek reaches 2,000, that'll help Tua's case a lot.
Yeah. But it'll be a while till Eagles clinch their division, because the Giants and the Cowboys still have good records. So it's like
so that's what I'm saying. Like, the Eagles are still gonna play like their starters throughout the long period of time.
I mean, if they're going to,
like how the teams rest players for the last 2 weeks. I think the Eagles might play them the whole 17. So that's why I said that.
They have a really easy schedule the rest of the way. I mean, they've got Commanders tonight, then they got Colts, Packers, Titans, Giants, Bears, Cowboys, Saints, Giants. Like, I mean, that's not the hardest schedule ever.
Yeah.
They'll probably drop one, either Giants or Cowboys divisional game at least.
Yeah.
Watch the Bears and Justin Fields be the ones who their only loss on the season.
That'd be crazy.
I will. Who do you think will win the AFC East between the Dolphins, Jets, Bills?
That is so tough. Even the Patriots right now. All four. If the playoffs started today, all four of those teams would make it. Like they have 3 teams in the wild card. So, the Patriots are not winning it. Of course, the Jets. I don't think that's really a question. Zach Wilson is not good enough. I don't see them beating the Bills a second time or beating Miami a second time. Miami didn't have Tua the first time they played. And Josh Allen played terrible in that game. They had 2 quarterback situations that didn't go great. That Jets defense, I give them a lot of credit. They look really good. Robert Saleh has been able to do that, but the Jets are not one of the teams. I really want to say the Bills, but the Bills have already lost to the Dolphins, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
I'm going to have to say the Dolphins, honestly. I think that game, Dolphins don't have the defense that the Bills do, but they are built to be able to go into a shootout, which is what the Bills like to do to win their games. So right now, I would have to say the Dolphins.
I think it'll be the Bills just because I think they have the combination of offense and defense. And so I think at the end of the day, that'll win out. I don't think the Jets' offense is good enough. The Patriots' offense definitely isn't good enough. Miami's offense is good enough, but is their defense good enough? So, with it being so close, one game difference is going to mean the world. So, the Bills they haven't played the Dolphins twice, right? They've only played once, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have to win that game.
They absolutely have to. Non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Gabe.
Well, the Dolphins have given up 241 points. The Bills have given up 151. Now the Dolphins have played one more game, but
Yeah. I'm still taking the Dolphins. It's just the fact. No, actually I'm taking the Bills because Tua has to go into Bills Mafia. And like the code. And I feel like that would get to him just a little bit because I don't think he's like so used to being so cold out there. But
Hawaiian boy.
But I mean, the Dolphins have a chance, but I just think the Bills will win based off their pedigree on defense.
yeah, I mean Tua going into New England, New York, and Buffalo in the winter is going to be tough. I mean, from Hawaii, went to Alabama, now plays in Miami. I mean, I don't think he'll. I don't think he'll be horrible, but I mean, he's a warm weather guy. I think at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Fun fact, Tua has never lost to the Patriots. It doesn't matter where he plays.
Okay. The Patriots were never included. We know the Patriots not winning.
They play in the cold. They play outside in the cold, in the winter, just like the Bills do.
The Patriots aren't talented enough to beat the Dolphins.
I know. I'm just giving y'all examples. Like, he can win.
Oh, okay. No, that was good. That was good fun fact. I just did not know that. Okay, we're gonna go to predictions for the week. Commanders or Eagles?
Eagles. What? This
Yeah,
game's
Eagles.
how much?
Yeah,
I won't say it's going to be like a blowout like the first time because I think the first time was like 24-8.
Yeah.
Heineke is not as good as Carson Wentz. I'll say that right
Yes, he
now.
is.
I disagree strongly. He does run a little bit more. He's a little bit more mobile, so I think it poses that much more of a threat.
Okay.
But he likes to very much abuse Terry McLaurin, and the Eagles are going to know that. So I think this game could easily get out of hand. I'll say at least 14.
Okay. What does Carson Wentz do better than Taylor Heineke? Just asking.
He throws the ball better. He doesn't throw as many picks. He completes more passes. Like,
Okay.
he's literally just a better passer.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. I was just asking.
Crazy man.
Titans versus Packers.
Titans.
Yeah, I'll take the Titans.
I don't see them stopping Derrick Henry.
Ooh. Bears or Falcons?
I hate this game. It's funny because I came on my show and we did me and my friends we went through the rest of the Falcons schedule and said who we said who we thought we would win and lose against and what our record would be at the end of the year. I predicted that we would beat the Panthers, of course, both times. We didn't see that happen, and I predicted we beat the Bears. But now I'm going to change that back. We're not beating the Bears. I don't care that it's at home. That doesn't mean anything to me. There's no one on that defense that's going to be keeping up with Justin Fields. I can tell you that right now. Grady Jarrett is going to be puffing for air. It's not going to be a fun time. We like to rush a lot, and we'll see what it's like, but they rush a lot more efficiently than we do.
Oh, wait. Gabe?
Falcons, just cause I
knew it.
Such a fan. That is a fanboy talking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dave's gonna ride for his teams. I 100%. I applaud Gabe for that. I'm taking Justin Fields. Justin Fields solos.
You need Browns or Bills? Bears. He said I'm taking Justin Fields.
Browns or Bills?
Bills.
I'll take the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Good luck, Nick Chubb. That's all I have to say. Eagles versus Colts.
Take the Eagles.
Eagles.
Okay. Jets versus
Slatty Ice is Slat Ryan is the one team that is the one person that can beat the Eagles. No one's gonna hear the end of it from me. The type of narratives I'm gonna push are gonna be so disgusting. Oh my god.
Please don't say nothing like that. Please. I know what you're thinking of.
Crazy narratives.
I know what you're
immediately onto Terry Fontenot and a lot of other guys. So,
Yeah. Oh, I know. Jets or Patriots?
That's actually a tough one. Neither have great offense.
I'll take the Jets. Gut feeling. Neither of them are great on offense. Both of them have good defenses. I'll take the Jets at the end of the day, though.
My guy, Gabe.
I think Zach Wilson makes more mistakes than Mac Jones. I think they both throw 2 picks in this game. I think it's going to be disgusting on offense.
Oh, yeah. Sauce Gardner going to get him one.
Yeah. But I think he makes a little bit more mistakes. And then Ramondre Stevenson is there. The Patriots run the ball a little bit better than the Jets do right now without Breece Hall. So I'm going to take the Patriots.
Let's just talk about how Mac Jones has thrown for 4 touchdowns and then 7 interceptions.
No
damn
doubt.
Damn a boy.
You see
Zach Wilson has 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, so not good either. But that's just
Georgia quarterbacks are in the NFL
matchup. That's just bad.
Huh? I hear you. What you say?
What Georgia quarterbacks are in the NFL other than Matt Stafford? Do you want to claim Matt Stafford right now?
How many Alabama quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl?
That's cool. But Matt Stafford is literally the only one. Matt Stafford is literally the only one.
Okay.
Two of our quarterbacks are on the wait. What if they both play in the Super Bowl? You won't be able to hear. You won't be able to not hear.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm closing my ears if that happens. Even though Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah. Rams or Saints?
Rams.
Yeah, I'll say the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Andy Dalton's going to throw 4 picks this game.
Andy Dalton is so bad. It's ridiculous.
Lions versus Giants.
Giants. Lions will bring offense, but Giants have defense, and they just find ways to win. I don't.
Yeah, I'll take the Giants.
They know how to win.
They just keep winning.
Yeah, that boy Saquon gonna go fed.
You saw what he said. He requested he wanted to be paid like the number 1 running back.
And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't even give him the money.
But he's their team. They have no choice.
But the thing is though, look at his injury history. I'll be too scared.
Bruh.
I'll get him close to it.
I mean, look what happened with Zeke. That's exactly what they're going to point at for the reason not to. So.
Oh wow! And
Yeah,
Saints said, "Wow." Saints said they haven't decided their starting quarterback for this weekend.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I don't think it matters.
Jameson Andy. That's a terrible decision.
Okay. Panthers versus Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, I'm taking Ravens.
They're about to run away with the division.
Yeah. Commanders versus the Texans.
Oh yeah, because that's next Sunday too. So yeah, Commanders. That's a disgusting matchup. Who wants to watch that game? I'm gonna say Commanders.
I'm saying the Texans.
I'll take Commanders, but that is... I will not watch a second of that one.
No, that is so nasty. Like, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is disgusting. This is nasty.
Nah.
Okay, Raiders versus the Broncos.
That's also a disgusting matchup.
The only reason I would watch this game to see Devontae versus Patrick Surtain. That's the only reason.
Ooh, dang. I might have to watch it for that. And
that's
Jacobs.
the only reason I even tune in.
I have to give it to the Broncos. They pulled out one against the Titans, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have to give it to the Broncos. Derek Carr was crying on the podium because they lost the other day. Like, that's how bad it's gotten over there. Josh McDaniels is working on leaving after one season, so.
Josh McDaniels is a prime example of great coordinator, not fit to be a head coach.
Yeah.
This is a good one, I think. Cowboys versus Vikings.
That is a good one.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. They're another team. I mean, they're doing it a little differently than the Giants, but they just keep winning. I mean, they aren't beating anybody by a lot, but they're winning.
That's true. Where's it being played at?
It's being played at Minnesota.
Then yeah, I'll take Vikings then. If it was in Dallas, I'd take the Cowboys. I think they would bounce back. They would, if they had that in that home stadium with that defense and everything, I think they'd be real turned up. But yeah, in Minnesota, I'm gonna take Vikings.
Yeah. Bengals versus Steelers.
Bengals.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals.
Bengals. Jamar's off the injury list.
For real?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's great for my fantasy team.
Chiefs versus Chargers.
That's gonna be a good one.
I'll take the Chiefs though. It'll be a good game, but I'll take the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be a shootout, but Chiefs.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Chiefs too. The way Austin Eckler is going to eat on my fantasy team that week is gonna be ridiculous.
Okay.
Littiness. You know I'm gonna be first in the division. You just lost.
I know. So I'm still 8-2.
So am I.
I'm good. I think this is the Monday night, and I'm really interested in seeing how this goes. 49ers versus Cardinals.
49ers.
Yeah, I'll take the 49ers.
Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers. But the thing is, have you seen that clip? Like DeAndre Hopkins saying, like, "What are you seeing, one?" And, like, Kyler just gets so upset.
That's funny.
Bro, it's so funny.
Released Eno.
Like, basically,
they dropped Eno today, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, I know he probably
James Conner is not
starting,
good enough
but
for you to be doing that. Yes, like James Conner's not good enough for that.
Nah, and plus, like the Cardinals aren't like they're the team featured on Hard Knocks throughout the season. So I really want to see how people feel about Kyler. That's what I really want to see.
Yeah,
but
they've heard the stories.
Cardinals
He's not a great guy sometimes.
Nah, I can agree with that. Well, that wraps up this episode. So, do we have any last words?
Nah. I had a question for college football, but I already missed my chance. So I'm
ask it. No, ask it.
I wanted to see if you wanted to rank these three quarterbacks, since y'all want to talk about Georgia quarterbacks: Stetson, Aaron Murray, and Matt Stafford.
In college?
Yes.
I mean, I'd have to wait out this year. If Georgia wins the Natty, Stetson 1, Aaron Murray 2, Matthew Stafford 3. If Georgia doesn't win the Natty, Murray, Stetson, Matthew Stafford. Let's not act like Matthew Stafford was good in college. He wasn't. He was throwing as many picks as he was touchdowns.
Yeah, he was getting carried by AJ Green.
Aaron Murray is like all-time stats leader in the SEC in a lot of different things. But I'm not going – I mean, I just want to say Stetson going to have more championships than Bryce Young. 2 more championships than Bryce Young.
That pains me.
He's going to have more championships as a starting quarterback than Mac Jones, more than Tua, and more than Jalen Hurts. So,
I mean, hey, man.
As a starting quarterback, they got rings. Not as starters, though.
Stetson's about to get drafted in the 4th or 5th round, too.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. I could definitely agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, it's okay. Bama's just not there right now. Maybe next year. Not this year, though.
Georgia going to be better next year, so we're going to see. I'm not saying nothing, but Georgia's going to be a better team next year.
We can cut this episode, you know.
Well, all right, let's wrap it up. Well, I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker from the Sports Den Podcast, signing off with Justin and Gabe. We'll see you guys in this episode. Peace.
Deuce.